Nation news today. If it's your first time in here, don't let it be your last. Smash some thumbs, hammer that sub, crush a bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. Just finished listening into Uncle Pete's press conference ahead of our matchup in DC against the Commanders. A lot of things he had to say, a lot of things I enjoyed hearing. I really love this idea in terms of how they are doing the traveling and doing the traveling at least 2 days ahead to get everybody, get their bodies right, get their bodies acclimated to the Eastern time zone, the the East Coast time. That's the best way to put it. Definitely smart on his behalf, and we've talked about the numbers in terms of him as a head coach in East Coast games. Right now, as it stands, at a 17-4 after our Week 1 victory over the New England Patriots. Now, he did also talk about some of the vets, including Geno Smith, Landon Roberts, Devin White, Jeremy Chin, Jamal Adams, guys that are playing with chips on their shoulder. Jeremy Chin is playing his former team in the Commanders. He loves that energy. He loves that that's the type of mentality that these guys have. He loves what he has seen so far this season. Defensive side of the ball, our first two games this season, the second half adjustments have been made. Opponents are only scoring 3 points in the second half in our first two games. It's the offense that needs to click. Didn't say anything in terms of the injury report in terms of JPJ. JPJ did practice today, though. He is slated to potentially be starting at right guard again this coming Sunday. He did talk about the game prep this entire week, preparing for both Marcus Mariota and sophomore quarterback Jaden Daniels. There has been nothing out yet in terms of the injury report and the status of quarterback Jaden Daniels, but he said that they have prepared for both. Had a lot of good things to say about Marcus Mariota as well. They both have a very similar style of play, especially both being mobile quarterbacks. Granted, Mariota has been around the league for a very, very long time, but that being said, it seems right now that they are ready for this matchup. I think the only thing for us at this point is to be more focused on the offense. What is the offensive line going to be doing this week? What is Chip Kelly's mindset? What is Chip Kelly's play calling going to look like this coming Sunday? We will be live this coming Sunday morning, or Sunday afternoon rather, for those on the West Coast, that is. I believe we're starting at either 12:30 or 12:45 Eastern time, so that's 9:30, 9:45 Pacific time. We will be live, full game, full play-by-play, myself and Big Bro Graph, Commanders and Raiders in its entirety. We'll have the scoreboard up for you guys. You know how we do on game days. One thing that Shieldmore brings that nobody else can touch, and it's not an insult. It's just a fact of life. Let me take a look through the chat real quick. I really don't want to take my glasses off, but let me see if I could just brighten the screen. Will that help? The screen is at full brightness. I guess I'm gonna have to take them off. Anthony, Johnny Kicknuts, dopest name. MGs, Anthony, Sean Thoughts, Alex. Let's see. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye, and I did the goodbye. Let's see. Anybody else? Jorge. All right, so we're good. It says this is being held for review. It is. Oh, it's a message. Whatever. But yeah, that's where we are right now. Salute to the 47 in here. We have 11 likes. Guys, there's 47 of you in here. There's no reason that each and every single one of you guys shouldn't hit that like button one time. Doesn't cost you a thing. But again, looking at this right now, I do believe it is after 4 o'clock, so the injury report should be out. Obviously, I'm not in front of my computer, so I can't pull anything up right now. We did see a couple of different statuses throughout this week. Just looking forward to us getting out there, full tilt, full 60 minutes, and that's the thing when it comes to the offense. They need to get on board with the defense and finish. Make the halftime adjustments if need be. If you guys are seeing something, make the necessary adjustments. I heard Patrick Graham yesterday, and that's the one thing with a lot of these guys, and he was giving Isaiah Palomalo his flowers in that presser yesterday. These guys talk, and right away they will say what they see in the first half and make the necessary adjustments, and rightfully so. I don't know why all these messages are being held for review today. If one of my mods is in here, if everything's appropriate, just let them go. It's kind of weird. It's showing every single message is being held for review. We have to get Genty involved and get Genty involved early. Let's establish that run. Let's not be erratic. Again, Geno Smith in the first 2 weeks as a Raider, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. If I remember correctly, I think his passing yards is 572 yards, but he's thrown the ball 77 times already, and even his completion percentage is fairly low. And this is low in terms of the numbers that he's used to having, especially with Uncle Pete as his head coach. So I just, I think we're all on the same page with this. I think we all know exactly what needs to be done, how it needs to be done. Meredith, you're getting another shot at center, obviously. Please, let's get it together. Let's clean up the mistakes from last week. Weather is supposed to be perfectly fine out here on the East Coast for this matchup. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff again, but get Genty involved. Get Genty involved early. Establish a run. We still don't know or haven't heard anything in terms of Raheem Mostert. Maybe Mostert will be active this Sunday. I hope so. Overall, I'm not giving you guys a prediction until a few minutes before kickoff on Sunday, but I thought I would get on here real quick, chop it up with you guys. I gotta punch in like another 15 minutes, and then this is day 4 of 4 with the 14-hour shift. So I was like, let me just get on. I got to hear the presser driving over here. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down a little bit. And it was very short, very sweet, very to the point, and pretty much it just gave you guys everything that was said in that presser. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask in the chat. The 54 that are in here right now, hit that like button. Break them thumbs, y'all. I see 25 on the top. There's 54 of you guys in here. Get that algorithm jumping, hit that like button. I don't have the membership pin to the top. There might be a way if you guys are watching, whether on your phone, TV, or whatever. There should be a way to click if you want to become a member. Great emojis, whole bunch of fun. We're going to start doing the member shout outs as well in the community tab. So you want to support me, best way to do it is hitting that members button as well. I have the glasses off just so I can see what you guys are saying. One thing about the Raiders, they make any backup QB look elite. We gotta put blitz on them. It's so because me and Graf spoke for a couple of minutes yesterday, and we were talking about that. Like we make backup quarterbacks look like Tom Brady, and it's kind of annoying. So again, our defense, in my opinion, has done a pretty good job. They've held it down. They do what they have to do. I was thinking about something actually this morning when I was driving home. In terms of our defense, because there's one thing that we've talked about a lot, especially with Patrick Graham as the defensive coordinator for the last couple of years, in terms of the base defense and everything. And I told you guys going into this season it was not going to be a nickel, and our base defense primarily has been 4-3. A lot of different stunts, some hybrid things going on at times. We saw Max playing in coverage, which you're like, what's going on here? But the one thing that a lot of you guys, and I've talked about this as well, leaving the middle wide open. So I'm trying to remember, I think it was the first game. We were talking about what zone we were playing, or what coverage we were playing in, rather. Were we playing zone? Were we playing man? What was it? And the one problem we always talk about is the middle being wide open. So look back at a couple of things before I went to sleep this morning in terms of the defensive schemes, and trying to get a better understanding of what it is that we're doing, especially when it comes to the zone, where the middle is wide open. So at times it looks like it's a Tampa 2. Other times it's a regular cover 2, but the only difference is the Tampa 2 is a bit more of a hybrid. Even when you're playing with two high safeties, they have their splits of the field. Now, the middle linebacker, that's where the roles change. The Tampa 2 does look like a cover 3 because the middle linebacker is the one that is dropping back, and he's dropping back deeper into coverage than he should. A regular cover 2, he's a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage. I was thinking about this again, thinking about the middle linebacker. Like, look, you're playing in that type of zone, if that's what's being called. I wouldn't play so far deep on this, and I know it's somewhat of a cover three look, but you're already normally playing 5 yards off the ball, and this is from experience playing linebacker. You're already playing 5 yards back from the line of scrimmage. Don't get too close to 10 when you're dropping back. Normally, your read as a linebacker, anyways, your read is run first. If you're dropping back into coverage, though, just to keep that underneath open and make sure nobody's really behind you either, don't go as far back as 10 yards. You have everything in front of you, especially when they go these underneaths as well, especially within that 5 yard little period. Crack the shit out of them. Put them on their ass. It is what it is. Now my phone's starting heating up because we got the sun beating on this damn thing. I'm going to move this. I'm going to have to hold this up. Let's see. We need to stop load managing Genty. Let that man cook. That's a fact. That's a fact. Raider Ryan, appreciate you. Thank you for acknowledging me. 72 of y'all in here, 38 likes. Get those likes. Leaky. That does not, though. Again, first 2 weeks of the season, second half adjustments are being made, and it's clear as day when you're only giving up 3 points to your opponents in the second half of both games. 6 points total in the first 2 weeks, second half adjustments. So our defense is fine. It is the offense that needs to get clicking, and it needs to start now. We can't have any loss. We cannot lose this weekend because it's going to set us further back. Somebody said we were doing the remix, and 1,000 apologies, but the phone overheated, just restarted. Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? So the phone overheated and reset, or had to restart. Guys, this is another issue that I guess is not yours, but it is mine. I definitely need to get a new phone ASAP. This phone is actually about to become obsolete as the next Android UI is coming out. Like, the update will not exist for this phone. I'm trying to hit a goal. Again, if you guys want to help, like, I'll put the Cash App out there. I definitely got to get some money up to get this phone replaced. I'm probably going to delete this live now that I got back into it and can officially just end it. We will revisit all this tomorrow. We will break down everything again tomorrow with each and every single one of you guys. I'll probably do an early afternoon on the East Coast, like midday on the West Coast for you guys. I appreciate everybody that did come in here for this live. Like I said, I am going to delete it on your way out. I'm telling you on your way out to do this, but you don't necessarily have to right now. Like I said, I am going to delete this. Break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash the bell. I have literally 5 minutes. I gotta start walking in, but appreciate those that did pull on up. I know it was kind of an impromptu, especially like in the car doing this, but I appreciate those that did pull on up. Tomorrow we'll be live. We'll do a little matchup preview, and again, we will discuss Uncle Pete's presser, and we'll go through the final injury report going into this week 3 matchup against the Washington Commanders. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID or not, you should always remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. Till next time, y'all, stay committed to excellence. Peace, love, and positivity. We outro.